早急に取り掛かるぞ。
East 1. The Dora is the 5 of Bams. The player is West.
I'd love to see some tile drawing magic here.
Let's see how this battle unfolds. Oh, the player on the right makes a call out of nowhere. Who will come out on top in this confrontation? The player already 2 tiles. Oh, making a move here. Any calls on this? Oh, the player made a call there.
This lifts the heavy burden.
The player is already 1 tile to Tempai.
This hand is very near completion. Maybe it is better to hold back without any green dragons visible.
Whatever happens, it'll be something to talk about. What to do with this tile?
Chi.
The player, Tempai.
Chi.
The player across. Here we have a Chi. My, oh my, and there's the Niche.
There are any number of responses here.
Oh, the player on the right already calls a second meld.
That kills the Ifatsu.
The player, can this hand withstand the heat? The player's going for it.
That tile made it through.
Draws yet another dart. Not giving up on this one.
No.
Ah, geez. The player suffers an unexpected loss.
The player on the left, a very favorable start.
The player on the left takes a modest lead. East 2. The Dora is east. The player is south. The player on the left is in first.
At the moment, this is anyone's game.
This is not an easy spot to work around. Any calls on to the pass for now. The player across drops a pair. Draws yet another simple.
Probably looking to block that south for quite a while.
Another useless draw. What to do with this tile? Still holding back. The player, still no calls. The player, 2 tiles to Tempai.
The bands are really coming together.
Oh wow, and there's a call. The player is already 1 tile to Tempai.
It's important to find the best possible way.
The player, first place is well within striking range. Doubled up on a tile that was just discarded. My, oh my, and there's the Niche.
I'm curious to see if this develops into a confrontation.
Will it be possible to catch up here?
The player on the right has discarded that tile.
How are the players going to approach? Chasing Niche.
Gotta be cautious against an east beach.
The player's going for it.
That tile made it through. That's a safe tile for the entire table.
1 step in the wrong direction. Oh, there it is. The player on the left suffers an unexpected loss.
That took care of that east beach.
East 3. The Dora is the 5 of cracks. The player is east. The player on the right is in first.
At the moment, this is anyone's game.
The stage is set. Anything can happen.
Decided that bands aren't worth chasing.
Any calls on this to pass for now? The player on the left makes a call out of nowhere. The player, 2 tiles to Tempai.
This is the point where skill really factors in.
The player, first place is well within striking range. What to do with this? Still holding back. No one dares to make the first move. The player, is it still no calls? My, oh my, and there's the Niche.
There are any number of responses here.
Will it be possible to catch up here? Oh, making a move here.
That kills the Ifatsu. That tile made it through.
The player, here we have a con. The new Dora is 5 dot.
No turning back now.
The player, 1 tile to Tempai.
This hand started out as nothing, and now it's something.
The player, Tempai. Look at that Dora. Is this hand going to end quietly? Who will seize the win this hand? Oh, my!
Go.
There it is! I hear a roan!
Excellent evasive maneuver. The player jumped into second place on that one.
East 3, 1 counter. The Dora is the 5 of dots. The player is east. The player finished the last hand quick and dirty. Now, let's watch how things develop. East 3, 2 counters. The Dora is the 7 of cracks. The player is east. How does this starting hand look to you?
This starting hand is certainly very competitive.
Is this a battle that can be won? Doubled up on a tile that was just discarded. Another useless draw. The player, 2 tiles to Tempai.
This hand is really beginning to come together.
Decided to pass on that edge weight. Who's going to make the first call here? The player is already 1 tile to Tempai.
Certain tiles will fit right into this hand. Others will gradually transform it. Peach.
There it is! Neat! Oh my! He
No.
pots! The player on the left takes a beating.
That hand was quicker than lightning. The player.
I'm simply blown away!
リーチ一発準ドライオン姉は
East 3, 3 counters. The Dora is the 9 of dams. The player is East. The player went for a quick finish last hand.
Moving into first place, at least for the moment.
Let's see how this battle unfolds.
Probably looking to block that north for quite a while.
Any call to pass for now. The player across makes a call out of nowhere. The player's what to do with this tile, still holding back. The player across makes a call on another crack. The new Dora is 8 dot. The player on the left. The player across already calls a second meld. The player on the left continues to discard symbols. Oh, making a move here. The air is very tense at this moment. The player on the left, that's a pawn. The player across, that's a pawn. The player, is it time for a still no calls? Have things calmed down for the moment? The player on the right, here we have a cheat. The player, 1 tile to Tempai.
The Dora no longer.
The player on the left, that's the player, Tempai. The player across is down to 1 tile, no turning back now. The player across is down to 1 tile, no turning back now. The new Dora is 4 bam. The player on the left pairs up on the Dora. The player, can this hand withstand the heat? Who will arise victorious this time? Nobody wins this shootout.
The entire table is Tempai.
East 4, 4 counters. The Dora is White Dragon. The player is North, heading into the final hand of the match.
The player is in first and will normally play the hand fast.
Is this a lead that can be defended? Let a pass for now. The city call still holding back. What to do with this? Still no calls. The player, 2 tiles to Tempai.
The dots are really coming together.
The player, is it time for a call?
Maybe it is better to hold back without any green dragons visible.
The player on the left continues to discard symbols. The player is already 1 tile to Tempai.
It's important to find the best possible weight.
Things are at a standstill. The air is tense as the players take their turns. The player on the left drops a pair. The player on the left discards another bam. Who's going to make the first call here? How are the players going to approach this hand? The player, stand by! The player on the left discards another crack. Look at that Dora! 1 step in the wrong direction. We're witnessing a tense push and pull.
Maybe it is better to hold back without any white dragons visible.
Is this hand going to end quietly? Nobody wins this shootout.
Got away without getting caught in the crossfire.